Morning, sophomores.
Hey, sophomores.
Hey, sophomores. Hey, sophomores. Hey, sophomores. Okay. Oh, I'm already recording. Okay, let's wait. Good morning, sophomores. I cannot believe that this is our last week of school. Of school. I know that this year didn't really end the way that any of us thought that it would, or that any of us expected it to, but you still have 2 incredible years of high school left in front of you, and I'm really excited about that for you. And I hope that even though this year didn't end the way you hoped it would, that you still have a lot to look forward to, and that you still have a lot to look back on from last year and from this year and to be thankful for. So, this is our third and final week of the play Our Town. It is a sweet, simple little play. Like I said, it might not be something super huge and big and dramatic and Shakespearean that happens in it, but it's got some really big themes that we've talked about. So, Act 1 was about daily life in the town, and we got to kind of think about and talk about how we want to be remembered, or how we're going to be remembered 1,000 years from now. You know, what are people going to look back on and think about our time period, our generation, just our culture and society? What is that going to look like 1,000 years from now? Act 2 was about love and marriage, and you got to do a little bit of acting. And even though a lot of you maybe haven't experienced love and marriage yet, other than through your parents or through other people that you've seen, I hope that you got to see a new picture of love and marriage, and I hope you got to see a little bit of the behind the scenes of what love looks like. And I hope that it maybe gave you a different perspective than what you see on movies and TV shows right now, that you got to see kind of the sweet, simple, normal version of kind of what that looks like. I also hope that you got to kind of just think about your relationships with other people as you got to act with your friends or your family, that you kind of got to think about your relationships with other people. And then Act 3, the one we're going to read this week. It is about, as you may have guessed, death and eternity. So, simple play, but some really big themes. We're going to fast forward several years in the play, and this act will have characters from the scenes before, but they won't all be in-person characters. Some of them will be ghosts. So not all of the characters are going to still be living. About half the cast is going to be ghosts in Act 3. I wanted to read you a quote from Act 3 of Our Town that is probably one of the most famous quotes from this play. I'm not going to tell you who said it because I want you to figure that out on your own. But you know that there's going to be some death. You know that there's going to be some talks about eternity and what happens after we die. And I wanted to read this to you so that you could kind of get an idea of what you're going to do for your activity this week. So the character says, "I didn't realize, so all that was going on and we never noticed. Take me back up the hill to my grave. But first, wait, one more look. Goodbye. Goodbye, world. Goodbye, Grover's Corners, Mama and Papa. Goodbye to clocks ticking and Mama's sunflowers, and food and coffee, and new iron dresses and hot baths, and sleeping and waking up. Oh, Earth, you're too wonderful for anybody to realize you. Do human beings ever realize life while they live it? Every minute?" I love that quote. And you'll have to read the act to find out who says it. But I love that quote because your activity this week is going to hopefully have you guys kind of slow down and take a few minutes to think about life while you're living it and all the things that you are thankful for. This character has to wait until she dies to reflect on her life and to be thankful for things that, little things that she didn't even realize she was thankful for. So, your final assignment this year is going to be a reflection in gratitude. Gratitude means, thankfulness, kind of this feeling of just being grateful and thankful for what you have. So you're going to read Act 3. It's the shortest act of the play. I'm going to post a TED Talk for you guys to watch that talks about gratitude and happiness and kind of which one comes first and how we can be happier in life by being more grateful. And I know that this whole thing going on in the world right now maybe has made us a little bit more negative, or maybe it has allowed some negative ideas or thoughts to creep into your mind. But I hope that you will enjoy kind of having a more reflective assignment here at the end of the year, just to think about some positive things, some things that you're thankful for that you have in your life. And it's just always good to reflect at the end of a year, whether it's the end of a school year or the end of a calendar year. I always think it's good to spend a few minutes in reflection. So that's going to be your assignment for this week. I love you guys and I miss you guys, and I really wish that we were ending the year differently. I really wish that we were ending the year together, but I'm very thankful for all of you. I am really happy that I'm going to get to see most of you back at school next year. Even though it may not be in my classroom, it'll be in the hallways. So I hope that you'll stop and say hey when you see me in the hallway, or that you'll come visit our classroom, because I hate that we had our last day in class together and we didn't even realize it. So, love you guys. I miss you guys. And congratulations on your last week of sophomore year.